Well, I'm on my way to one of my favorite local streams. I'm going to do some native brook trout fishing, maybe catch a wild brown or two, and hopefully take a really nice picture of a waterfall. So, see you guys when we get there. So I've arrived at the location. It's absolutely gorgeous out. It's a little over 40 degrees for February, which is incredible. And it's a little before 10 in the morning. My favorite times to fish for brookies is about 10 to 2. So the fishing should be really good. Really excited to get another shot at this waterfall. I have photographed it before, but it's been quite a while. So I've got the new camera with me. It's not ideal conditions to take a picture. It's pretty bright out. I mean, as far as waterfalls go, I really like typically rainy days where everything's saturated because everything's all wet, but we're gonna see what we can do. This waterfall is pretty incredible, so I think it'll photograph well even with the bright conditions.
I'm a kid, help small world, tiny little boy with a suitcase packed out of swallowing, pulling reins apart, just lacking decent skill and patience, 'cause I'm built of
So I've arrived at the waterfall, which you can see behind me. I definitely slept in quite a bit today. We're gonna see what we can do and try and get a picture. I think we'll be able to control it with the polarizer and large F number. I like we shoot about f/16. I like to keep this lens about f/9 if I can. Towards the end of the day, this will be much easier to get this F number, because we're going to look for a shutter speed of about half a second here. Especially since the flow is so heavy, I don't think I'll need much more than that at all to show any of the motion. You could do super long exposures if you want. I definitely do them quite often, but in this case where the flow is so heavy, I don't think it's going to be necessary. So I do think I got the shot. I was at about f/14, focused about a third of the way into the scene to try and get everything in sharp focus. I used some rocks in the background here as kind of the foreground interest. I really tried to compress the scene because there's a lot of sticks and debris about, so I really wanted to put what I liked in the frame, try and make the falls look as large as they are, because it's quite a large waterfall. So as you can see, there is an absolutely gorgeous pool here behind me. I've photographed this waterfall many times. I actually have a very large print of it on my wall. I don't think I'm going to take a picture of it today. But this pool has been extremely productive for me fishing over the years, and I think it's going to work out good today. So let's give it a go, see what happens. As you can see, successful right away. Got this lovely brook trout. Pretty awesome. as you can see, I'm only been fishing for a couple minutes here. I'm having wonderful success. Second fish in only a few minutes. Give you a look at him real quick. These brookies are just amazing. Get him back in the water. So real quick, I'm just going to talk about the rig I'm using here. I'm fishing nymphs. I'd prefer to be fishing dries, but it is February, so I think most of the action is subsurface at this point. Basically what I'm doing is I have a heavy nymph on the bottom, or what's called the point, and then I have a large pheasant tail with no weight on a dropper. So basically I'm effectively fishing most of the water column since these streams are very shallow. I have them about maybe a foot apart, and it's quick success. I mean, there's a lot of fish in these pools. You can't go much wrong with scenery like this. It's absolutely beautiful. The fish are incredible. I mean, the colorations are unreal. You'll notice I won't be taking pictures of them. I brought my net. I like to get the fish back in the water as soon as possible. I will occasionally post pictures of them on Instagram, but usually that's just a quick snapshot with my phone. My video camera and still shot camera is a Canon 6D. It's very bulky, annoying to handle when trying to take a picture of a wild fish that I want to get back in the water very quickly. So. Well, I've known there to be some browns in this stream. I'm pretty excited to get one on film. This is one of the smaller ones I've caught, actually. For the size of this creek, it's pretty amazing, the size of fish that you do find in here. So, come on, buddy. Barbless hooks are coming out relatively easy. I do recommend barbless hooks. Especially for these wild fish. I mean, it's just a quick release, easy way to get rid of them. I'll get back to it here. So I'm going to switch to a woolly bugger here. I've known them to be pretty productive on pretty much all the streams in central Pennsylvania, the small streams. I have a black one that I like, and this pool's typically one that I'll catch larger browns in. Hopefully I can replicate that today. Straight away. Straight away, you had it. First cast with the woolly bugger. Nice little wild brown. Nothing huge. I've caught bigger out of this hole, but certainly a nice little fish. Off he goes. So, it looks like that might do it for my battery. I will try and take some more video before it dies, but I think that's a good spot to leave it with a nice little wild brown on the woolly bugger. So, I try and get out and do this as often as I can. This is my first video I'm taking of it, but there's definitely going to be more content to come, and plenty more fish to be caught, and plenty more photographs to be taken. Again, this is just about my love for combining the two. I think fly fishing and photography go so well together. I mean, the places you come to catch fish like this are so gorgeous. To not bring a camera along is almost ridiculous. So, thanks for watching. So very quickly, before my battery dies, I did find one more photo that I wanted to take while I was out here, which is great. I only had one photo in the bag, and I didn't feel that confident about it. This one's in a little bit better light, so hopefully the result is better. Again, I'm so happy to be combining fly fishing with photography out here in such a beautiful area of Pennsylvania. It just always makes my day to get out. It's so fun, it's so pretty. So I'll show the image now.